To start our next section, we're going to attach our yarn right here. So if you're looking at your pattern, it tells you to skip the first stitch here, and you're going to connect your yarn there so that you would end up with a total of 9 stitches going across this direction. The way I like to do that is I'm going to insert my hook without any yarn on it first, and then I'm going to take my yarn and make a loop to just wrap around like this. I try to make sure that this tail is shorter than my work so that I can crochet it in so I don't have to go back and weave that in at the end. If that doesn't work for you, or if you have another way to attach yarn, it's totally fine. This is just the way that works best for me. So when I've wrapped my yarn around, I'm going to pinch that there, and I'm going to pull up a loop. So it's almost like a chain right there. From here, I'm hanging onto this little tail so that it doesn't come undone. I'm going to wrap my yarn around and chain 1 right there so that I do have an anchor point. From here, I'm starting my single crochets so that I will have 9 single crochets across. We're going to insert back into that same spot so that it counts as one of our chains, or one of our single crochets. So I'm going to insert again. Right here, I'm going to make sure that this tail is laid down and that my working yarn is going on top of it so that this will just blend in seamlessly with our single crochets. So I'm grabbing that working yarn, pulling it up, wrapping it around, and finishing a single crochet just like normal. We're going to do 8 more all the way down. So I'm going to insert right here, making sure I've got my front loop and my back loop, and then leaving that tail right there so it'll get crocheted in at the same time. Let it down flat, grab your working yarn, pull it up, wrap that yarn around, and pull it through. So now I've got 2 stitches, and I'm going to keep doing that exact same thing all the way down the rest of this heart. If your tail is not cooperating for you and not going underneath your single crochets, don't worry about it at all. We can come back at the end and weave that in. And then once you're at a point where it's a little bit of just the end, mine is fraying right here, so I'm just going to kind of give it a little tug to see how much of it is going to go in. And then I'm actually going to push it out of the way, and I will trim that off in a minute. So I want it out of the way right now so that I can do this single crochet here. And moving right along to finish all the way down. So if you look at 15B, we should have 9 single crochets all the way across. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We just ignore where we attached our yarn because that's not going to do anything for us. I'm going to flip back over here to where that my extra little tail is and just snip it off so that that's not sticking out. And that's what it's going to look like for the end of row 15B.